Chronicles of the Neighbours Next Door. In the heart of Meadowview Estates, nestled between neatly manicured lawns and white picket fences, lived two old ladies, Edna and Mildred. Both in their late 70s, their friendship had withstood the test of time and gossip. As they sat on Edna's porch, rocking gently in creaky chairs, they exchanged tales of the neighbours from hell that had recently moved in next door. "Oh, Mildred, you wouldn't believe the racket those new neighbours make," Edna grumbled, her spectacles perched on her nose as she peered through the lace curtains. Mildred, with a knowing glint in her eye, adjusted her floral hat and leaned in. "Do tell, Edna. I thought the Barclays were a quiet bunch." Edna huffed. "Not anymore, dear. They brought with them a storm of chaos, slamming doors, blaring music, and heaven forbid, their yappy little dog that never stops barking. It's like living next to a zoo." Mildred chuckled, shaking her head. "Sounds like a real circus. How did we get stuck with these neighbours from hell?" Edna sighed, her gaze fixed on the white-painted fence that separated her sanctuary from the calamity next door. "It's a mystery, Mildred. A real mystery. But you know what's worse? The parties. Loud music, raucous laughter, and cars parked all over the street. It's like they're trying to turn our peaceful cul-de-sac into a nightclub." Mildred raised an eyebrow. "A nightclub, you say? In our quiet little neighbourhood? That's preposterous." Edna nodded vigorously. "You have no idea, Mildred. Last Friday they had a party that went on until the wee hours. I had half a mind to call the police, but I thought I'd give them a chance. Maybe they're just adjusting, you know?" Mildred smirked. "Adjusting? More like disrupting. We've lived here for decades, and now we have to deal with this mayhem. It's simply intolerable." As the two friends continued their banter, plotting ways to bring peace back to their tranquil corner of the world, they couldn't help but reminisce about the good old days. Days when the neighbourhood was a haven of serenity, where the most noise came from the occasional lawnmower or the laughter of children playing in the street. Edna's eyes glazed over with nostalgia. "Remember when the Johnsons lived there? They had the most beautiful garden, and their Sunday barbecues were a delight. Now, all we get is the smell of burnt burgers from the next door." Mildred sighed. "Yes, Edna, those were the days. But let's not let these newcomers ruin our golden years. We've dealt with our fair share of troubles, and we'll find a way to handle this too." And so, the dynamic duo of Edna and Mildred devised a plan. Armed with a batch of freshly baked cookies, they decided to extend an olive branch to the neighbours from hell. With a tray of oatmeal raisin and chocolate chip delights, they approached the neighbouring house, cookies wrapped in cheery paper. The door swung open, revealing a young couple, seemingly surprised by the unexpected visit. Edna, with a stern yet kind expression, spoke first. "Hello there. We're your neighbours from next door. I'm Edna, and this is Mildred." Mildred waved, a genuine smile on her face. "We thought we'd welcome you to the neighbourhood with a little treat. A sweet gesture, you know." The young couple, caught off guard by the kindness, exchanged glances before accepting the cookies. The atmosphere softened as Edna and Mildred engaged them in friendly conversation, subtly hinting at the importance of maintaining a peaceful coexistence. In the days that followed, the noise diminished, the music softened, and the parties became less frequent. The neighbours from hell seemed to have taken the hint, realising that their actions were disrupting the tranquility of Meadowview Estates. Edna and Mildred, victorious in their diplomatic approach, continued to enjoy their rocking chairs on Edna's porch, sipping tea and watching the sun dip below the horizon. The neighborhood, once again, became a haven of serenity, thanks to the wisdom and cookies of two old ladies who knew that sometimes a sweet gesture could speak louder than words.